Okay, my name is Deborah Bradley. I work for Marion School District. I teach coding, career development, and computer applications. Through Strive, this experience has helped me to um, enhance my instructional strategies while providing an exciting way to engage my students in hands-on activities while promoting leadership and soft skills. In addition, it was a great way to connect with the industry in our community. Okay. My placement was with iWoodFix-IT. It's a computer shop here locally in town. They repair and rebuild computers, cell phones. They provide a variety of services such as custom software, malware, and virus removal. They also install security cameras and they sell them as well. iWoodFix-IT is a well-known company here in our area. They're small, but they're well known. They're known for their high quality and their service. Throughout my time at iWoodFix-IT, I was able to work closely with some of the employees there, the technician, and also there was an intern there that I developed a great relationship with. I got a chance to collaborate with the technicians there in software development. I learned a lot about that. Web design, some things that I could take back to my class and my students as we have a project for web design as well. I got to participate in actually rebuilding an entire computer. I'm actually going to do that in my class coming up here soon. I also got a chance to sit in on an interview, which was great. In my career development class, I make my students go on a job shadowing assignment. And they have to participate in a mock interview. So that was a great experience for me. And actually in my upcoming class, Mr. Woodson, who's the owner of iWoodFix-IT, he's actually going to come to my class and conduct some of those interviews for me. Also, the intern that was there, he's a graduate of Marion High School, and he's coming to my class as well. He's going to talk to my students about his journey from Marion Junior High School to Arkansas State University and to his current internship. And he actually has a job waiting for him when he finishes this internship. Definitely the relevant skills in the workforce at iWoodFix-IT. Definitely problem solving is key. Communication is key, organizational skills. You had to be detail oriented to kind of keep up with what was going on there. And you had to be able to make a decision about what was going on. The appointments that you set, the materials that you were going to use, and just generally soft skills was very, very important. When you're dealing with the public, you need to know how to handle yourself professionally and definitely communicate and be organized as well. Okay, my project with my students, posed a question to them, where is Ms. Martin's class? How do we get to the gym from here? My building is the 8th and the 9th building, and it's pretty large. The students that come from our 7th grade building, which is like a single story building with just 2 halls in it. So our school is like a mansion coming from where they're coming from. And a lot of them, they get lost. They don't know how to navigate the building. So in my coding class, I assigned the coasters a task to program a robot that I'm thankful that Mark let us use about 5 of those. My kids really enjoyed those. They actually gave the robot a name. They called him Pat because we're the Patriots. So that was pretty cool. They had to program Pat to navigate to school. And they had to draw out a map of their designated location. Then they had to collaborate with their team to create codes. Then they had to run those codes to see if they worked. They went back to debug those codes and analyze their work, and finally getting the actual codes to make Pat run safely to his destination. I have pictures here on the screen that you can see of my students actually collaborating with each other. There's an actual video of me working with them to navigate to their location. The picture you see there in the middle with my students that are jumping up in excitement, that team did an awesome job. They actually got their codes and everything set on the very first try. So I was extremely proud of them. Prior to, I did an assessment in Kahoot with just some terms, some coding terms such as algorithm, debugging, variable, things like that. The kids were able to master those skills at the end. So I was very proud of them for that as well. In the midst of it, we talked about coding, different coding languages, and we also talked about careers that are in the computer science department. So we had a really, really good time with this project, and I will continue to do this for my next class next semester. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks, Deborah. And I'll point out that one of the things she mentioned there was that she had some materials from the UA Little Rock STEM Ed Center, and those were programmable robots. One of the things that we're happy to do is, if we have funding available in the summer, end of the summer, is to provide small grants for participants to buy technology that would help them implement their classroom activities and designs, or even potentially help with field trip funding or other things that we can do in order to maximize the impact of your Strive placement. Any questions for Deborah?
Great.
There's a lot of positive feedback in the chat, Deborah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so very much. I thoroughly enjoyed this. This is my very first year and Strive, and Mark was gracious enough, even though my principal missed the deadline when he sent it to me, he was gracious enough to let me participate in the program. So I'm forever grateful for that. I'm looking forward to continuing this in the future. I do have a couple of teachers at my school that are interested in it. Unfortunately, they were not able to join us today due to COVID. So hopefully I can get some more information to them in the near future.
Great. I think the recordings, if you want to share those with them, or if they need to chat to figure out what they would like to do, that would be fantastic.
Okay. Sure. Great. Thanks.
And John, as I mentioned in the chat, there's many different ways that teachers come to us. We recruit a lot, and Deborah just found us and said, hey, I really want to participate. I'm a CTE teacher, and at that time we hadn't had many CTE teachers, career tech ed. And so she said, this is what I'd like to do. Here's a partner in town that's willing to work with us. Can we do this? And the answer was absolutely. I mean, with that much passion and motivation and grit, of course, we're going to work with you.
Thank you.
Hey, I understand. I'm glad to see it. Yes.